Hello everyone, my name is Simran Kapoor and I warmly welcome you all to the channel English Made Easy. Today we are going to talk about preposition, and I have chosen only one preposition today, that is the preposition in. Now I have decided to talk about only one preposition because I want to give you all the information and all the knowledge and all the rules related to one specific preposition, and that too one by one. Okay, so that you know everything correctly and you know where to use it in the right way. All right, and you don't get confused with the other prepositions. All right, so let's get started with understanding how do we use the preposition in, with what things it is used, with what with what in what conversations, how it is used, and all such things. All right, so today we will study about how and where it is used in conversations. So let's get started, and before I start, I would request you to please subscribe the channel and please hit this bell icon, because my purpose and my goal is always to bring you the genuine information and the genuine knowledge, and nothing like the other YouTubers who are just concerned with making a short video, right? So I make sure that I provide you all the relevant information and everything. Nothing should be left. Everything should get under one roof, under English Made Easy brand, right? Therefore, please don't forget to subscribe right now, because this channel will provide you with genuine and relevant information every time. Now, let's get started. So, there are three ways in which we use this preposition in. This preposition in is used as a preposition of time, it is used as a preposition of place, and it is used as a preposition of manner. Okay, now how it is used, let's get started with it. Now, as a preposition of time, it is used for the time period that is very long. Okay, we don't use in for very short periods of time. Okay, suppose this period of time is just 2 seconds, or it is just 10 minutes or 15 minutes or something specific. We don't use in for that. We use in for when we are talking about time, we use in for the long periods of time. Okay, now what these long periods of time are, let's find out. Suppose it is the parts of the day. A day has morning, a day has afternoon, it has evening, and it has night. So we can use in for such parts of the day, for the morning, for the afternoon, for the evening, for the night, which means that when we are talking about the morning, when we are talking about afternoon, there is a word that comes in a conversation: morning, afternoon, evening, night. We will use this preposition in. Okay, for example, number one, we are going to have a party in the evening. Okay, we will not say at the evening, right? We will not say on the evening, right? We will say in the evening. Okay, number two, I heard a weeping sound in the night. Okay, again, night is a very long period of time. We are using the preposition in here. Number three, in the morning, you will receive a call from the office. All right, again, we are using it with the part of the day, which is again a very long period of time, that is morning. All right, I hope this is clear. Now, it may happen that there may be a few of you who might have query regarding the second example. I heard a weeping sound in the night, and you might say we use at the night, and we don't use in the night. But I must tell you that using at the night and in the night, they both are absolutely correct. There is nothing wrong with it. And what's the difference between the both? We are not going to discuss that in this video, because this is not about it. We are going to discuss that in another video, so let's leave it for now. But let me tell you, this is absolutely correct to use either in the night or at the night. Okay, let's move further. Now, it is used for, again, months. For like a month has 30 days. It also has 31 days sometimes, or maybe 28 days. So that's again a long period of time. Therefore, we are going to use the preposition in here. Okay, like the January, the February, the March, the April, May, June, and so on. With all these months, we can use the preposition in. For example, in December, we are planning to move to a new city. It is going to be very chilly in January this year. I'm going to London in April. We are supposed to join you next month in June. All right, I hope this is clear to you. Let's move further. Now we can use it with seasons as well: summer, winter, fall, rainy season, and so on. Why? Because these are very long periods of time. Okay, For example, a trip to a water park is always the best option in summer. Number 2, make sure you wear proper woolen clothes as it is nearly snowy in winter. Okay, so we are using in summer and we are using in winter. We are using the preposition in because we are talking about seasons here, which denote time and which denote a time that is a long period of time. All right. I hope this is clear to you. We don't use in for short periods of time. It is used, but for rare, conditions, for rare situations that we may discuss further in this video as well. Now we use it with years or with decades or with centuries, which have a time period of 365 days or 12 months. We can say 10 years is equal to 1 decade and 100 years is equal to 1 century. Okay. Again, we can use in with years, decades and centuries when it is used as a preposition of time to denote the time. Okay, that is a long period of time. Okay, example, my cousin was born in 1997. So 1997 is a year. 1997 denotes time and it denotes long period of time. Okay, 1997 is a complete year that has 12 months or 365 days. So we are using in here. Number 2, we are going to have more apps like this in the next 10 years. Okay, so again we are talking about the next 10 years. We are talking about years here, or we can say it is a decade. Okay, again we are using in here because in is used to refer to time and that too a long period of time, 10 years. Number 3, in the 18th century the lifestyle was never complex. I hope this is clear to you, and let's move further. Now here's the note. The note says the article the is used very often after the preposition in. Now you might have seen or you might have noticed that the article the is used very often when we are using the preposition in as a preposition of time. Let's look at some examples here. She was playing all the time in the afternoon. Number 2, in the 18th century, the lifestyle was never complex. Again, we have used the here after in, so it comes very often, and there's no need to worry about it. Number 3, I heard a weeping sound in the night. Number 4, we are going to have more apps like this in the next 10 years. Okay, I hope you are noticing these articles the after in, so it's very normal to use it. Next note says that the preposition in, when used as a preposition of time, is used before a noun. Okay, as we have already seen in the previous examples, that while we were using in, we were using also the noun after it. Okay, that means in was always before a noun, and that noun was denoting the time. It was indicating the time. Like it was indicating 1997, it was indicating summer or winter, okay, or any month. So these words, they denote time. That nouns denote time. For example, she's going to Mumbai in December. Again, December is a noun. We are using the preposition in before a noun, and this noun indicates time, okay, and that long period of time. A trip to a water park is always the best option in summer. So here is this preposition in, and before summer we are using it, and the summer is a noun, and this noun denotes time, and that too a long period of time. Therefore we are using the preposition in here. I hope this is clear to you all. If you guys have any queries, you are free to ask me. You can drop your queries in the comment section below down the video, okay, and you can share your doubts with me. Let's move ahead. Next note says we can also interchange the preposition in with within. Now, sometimes it happens that while we are, speaking English and we are having conversations, we might get confused, relate about thinking that, okay, we have used in here, we can also use within. Which one is, right to use? Should we use within here or in here? Which one is correct or incorrect? So this note says that we can also interchange the preposition in with within, and there is no problem with it. There is no specific rule about it that you have to stick to within in a specific situation, or you have to stick to in a specific situation, right? In certain cases, in can often be used with short periods of time. So I told you in the starting of this video that we can also use in with short periods of time, but in certain specific cases. Out of 100, there may be only 10, or there may be only 5 or 3 cases that in which we can use in with short periods of time. Okay. This can also happen when we are interchanging it with within. So we can use in with short periods of time. This can also happen when we are interchanging it with within. Okay. So let's understand this with the help of an example. For example, I will do this in 2 minutes. We can interchange it with I will do this within 2 minutes. Okay. So again, first thing that you have to notice here is in is used with the short period of time. Then that's fine. Okay. In certain cases, we can use it. And we can also interchange in with using within in place of it, right? I will do this within 2 minutes. So we are using within here in place of in, and there is no problem with it. All right. Now the difference is just in the sense that the first example says I will do this in 2 minutes. That means that you will take complete 2 minutes to complete any task, and the next sentence says that I will do this within 2 minutes, that you will do in less than 2 minutes. Okay. So just a difference of the time period covered is there. Rest you can interchange it in with within very easily. Now, how do we use in as a preposition of place? Now, when we use in as a preposition of place, we are always using in those conditions when we are talking about any locations, okay? When we have to show the location of something. For example, so the first point is it shows an area within a large area, okay? So suppose there is a large defined area, and the in is used to talk about an area within that large area, okay? Suppose it is a town in your city, or it is a continent or the globe, or it is a city in any country, or if it is any country on the globe out of many countries, or if it is a region or village. Number two, examples. Number one is I live in Delhi. Number two is Times Square is located in New York City. Okay. So when we're talking about any area that is within a larger area, we can use in there. It shows a position. Number two is it shows a position inside an enclosed or semi-enclosed area. Okay. So if an area is closed, okay, or if it is enclosed, or if it is semi-enclosed, that means it is half closed and it is half open. So for there, uh, so for those things, for those situations and conditions, we can use the preposition in. For example, there are 5 books in my bag. So bag is an enclosed area, so therefore we have used in, not on here or not at here, because it was inside. Okay. Number two is I am in the museum. Museum is a enclosed area, and uh, and it is a location, right? Therefore, we have used a preposition in here. Number three is she is in the room finding the documents. Okay, again it goes with our second rule. Number three is it also shows position inside the liquids. Okay, there is less milk in the tea. No matter it is a solid thing, if it is liquid also we can use the preposition in to define the location of something. The milk is in the tea, okay, less milk. Now we use the in when something is located inside a defined space, okay. The space can be closed, semi-closed, or not closed but a defined space. It can also be an open yard, okay, but this open yard is a defined space. Now what does this mean? It means that we talked about the second rule, which says that it shows about the locations of something that are in an enclosed area or in a semi-enclosed area. Now it is not necessary that thing has to be enclosed or it has to be enclosed or semi-enclosed. It can also be an open space, but that space has to be a defined space, okay. This space can be closed also. This can be half closed and half open, or it cannot be closed or completely open, but it should be a defined space, right? For example, we are talking about an open yard. It is a defined space, no matter it is closed, no matter it is closed or semi-closed, but we know that it is open, but it is a defined space. For example, Ria is playing in the park. So again, we can use in here. Not because we are not going to ignore the in, not just because it is not an enclosed area, right? I hope you get my point. The area has to be a defined space, no matter if it's closed or semi-closed. Now let's talk about the third part. Third part is the part which talks about preposition of in as a preposition of manner. Okay, so it shows how something is done. Okay, so for something that we have to suppose we are talking about something that has to be defined by how something that is done. So there also we can use the preposition in. How something is done, how something had happened in the past, or how something will happen. Okay. For example, I have completed my master's in the subject of international business. Okay, how you have completed it? I have completed it in the subject of international business. We will not use on here, or we will not use any of the preposition here. Okay. Number two is she was halfway in the air when the bus turned down. So how the situation happened, to define that, to define that manner, we use the preposition in. I hope these things are getting clear to you. I hope the use of the preposition in is getting clear in your mind with these examples. Again, I would say if you have any queries, please feel free to ask those from me in the comments below. Okay. Now here's a note which says in certain cases the rule that the preposition in comes before noun doesn't apply. Okay. And this happens when we use relative pronouns. Okay. So there are times, like we read before, that n is used before a noun. Okay. But there are also certain cases, there are certain exceptions when in is not, it doesn't come before a noun. And that happens when we are using relative pronouns. Okay. For example, whom do you believe in? Okay. Or we can also say it, in whom do you believe? All right. So this is used with pronoun and not noun. In this case, we are using no noun after the preposition in. This is the case when we are using relative pronouns. I hope this is clear to you all. And these were the basic rules related to the preposition in that you must know, so that you can always be correct in your conversations, in your grammar, while writing or reading or speaking English. All right. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it until the end and you got to learn something new. You got some value out of it. Thank you so much, guys, for staying until the end. I hope you and I remain always connected and keep learning and keep growing every day. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and like it and share it with your friends. Until next time, take care. I will see you soon.